He had to make a toast to the Queen of England. Now, what could possibly go wrong? It was written out for him. Let me tell you something. If you're squeamish, you might want to avert your eyes. This is really like watching American Idol, where it gets so bad, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm uncomfortable, I can't watch it. Watch what he did last night.
To Her Majesty, the Queen.
Cue the music, national anthem.
The vitality of the special relationship between our peoples.
Oh boy.
And, in the words of Shakespeare,
national anthem.
To this blessed plot,
oh boy,
this earth, this realm, this England, to the Queen.
And nobody moves. And he sheepishly looks down after she says something, and the next 24 seconds are an eternity of hell. I think that's what hell is right there. That moment over and over again. Can we get anybody? Is there a travel agent anywhere that can maybe? I mean, I know jobs are plenty. You know. How about this guy? Can we get this guy to start making the travel plans so those 24 seconds don't seem like 24 years? Which really, you know, it's hard to believe, but that's really kind of what his term in office has seemed to a lot of Americans. 24 years. Don't touch me, Lucky Charms. Here. Well, the president in Great Britain pulling every gaffe imaginable. You might have forgotten some of the other big ones in England, but the English haven't. Good for us. Niall Gardner of The Telegraph and the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation was reminding the people over in England of some of the other things that Obama has done to our closest ally. Here are just his top 10, which implies there are more than 10, top 10 Obama insults against Britain that ran in the British papers today. Number 10, undermining British influence in NATO. The Obama administration has done its best to give Paris the lead role in the NATO alliance at Britain's expense. Number 9, insulting words from the State Department. This one is great. In 2009, there was an embarrassing White House reception welcoming Gordon Brown. The senior State Department official mocked it by saying, quote, "There's nothing special about Britain. You're just the same as 190 other countries in the world. You shouldn't expect some special treatment." Oh. Number 8, DVDs for the Prime Minister. Remember that? Gave him like E.T. and stuff. DVDs don't work in Great Britain. Number 7, throwing Churchill out of the Oval Office. It's hard to think of a more derogatory message to send to the British people than within days of taking office, you take the gift they sent us on 9/11 and just, you know, box it up and ship it back. That was really classy. Number 6, placing a boot on the throat of BP. See, a lot of people who have pensions are invested in BP over in Great Britain, and the president kind of trashed British Petroleum.
As Secretary Salazar said, our boot on the throat of BP to ensure that they're doing all that all that is necessary.
Boot on the throat. Number 5, betraying Britain to appease Moscow over the New START treaty. This one is amazing and particularly egregious. It is a major betrayal. I mean, why don't, Mr. President, next time, let's give them the launch codes, huh? Number 4, supporting a federal Europe and undercutting British sovereignty. Number 3, downgrading the special relationship. Barack Obama rarely refers to the special relationship that we have. He did yesterday in that book where he got the date wrong. Number 2, calling France America's strongest ally. Here's what he told Nicolas Sarkozy.
We don't have a stronger friend and a stronger ally than Nicolas Sarkozy, and the French people.
Mr. President, the Congo is a stronger friend and ally than France. Congo. Okay? And number 1, siding with Argentina over the Falklands. This one's pretty big since Britain lost some 250 plus in the invasion, and I think we were standing by their side during that. But if this is how you treat your friends, how do you treat your enemies, huh? Well, better than that, which is weird, isn't it? I mean, really weird. I don't really get that. Well, the good news is at least the pattern of behavior is consistent, and he has quite the follow-through. While he was finishing the job on Israel, he seems to be doing a nice job of finishing us off in Great Britain as well. That's the way to restore our relationships in the world, huh? Oh, you gotta love that. I want to show you a new video. At least 10 people trashing a Dunkin' Donuts store in New York City. This is something that is beginning to happen a lot. Teenagers coming in with a mission to destroy and to vandalize and create chaos. Throwing chairs, climbed over counters to steal food. They broke a $2,000 hot chocolate machine, and when they start messing with my hot chocolate, that's when it ends. You can add this to a growing list of YouTube fights that have been plaguing our country. The Denny's fight over maple syrup, the McDonald's beating where a victim was beaten so badly she went into seizures, the fight at the gas station in Florida. This is one America that I don't want to live in, quite honestly. I don't want to live in that one. I don't think that's America, at least to most of us. No matter how many YouTube hits you might get, that's not America. But then there's another America. Tomorrow we're going to highlight that other America. It's an America where people run into chaos and they help. Not one where they create chaos for a YouTube clip. I wanted to go to Joplin, Missouri, and I felt I would probably cause more damage than help. I would distract. And so instead, I funded my own crew to go down to Joplin, Missouri, because I want to tell the story of Joplin. This is a town so ravaged by a tornado that it is barely recognizable, except for one thing, the American spirit. It is visible through the worst storm damage that you can possibly imagine. These people are just friends and neighbors who just wanted to help. And they're reaching out and supporting a community desperate in need. They gave out blankets and water and hugs and smiles, anything they could to help.
This community, I'm amazed, and not even just this community, but I've been here and I've had people driving from an hour and a half, 2 hours. Someone from Houston is here with me now just to help out and to volunteer, and it's just been amazing.
The lesson is that, you know, God is in control and that He's not abandoning these people. But also another lesson is that people are coming out to help, that, you know, people are seeing a need and they're coming out. The support and the people that are coming out is overwhelming.
What's amazing is, I don't know if you saw the guy with the orange shirt standing behind the other. There he is. There he is. I've seen this raw video. Again, this was taken by my film crew. And this guy, he has one arm. And yet he's unloading that truck and pitching in. And the devastation is rather staggering. But I'd rather live in that America where people are pitching in and helping each other, where people head into chaos to help, not one where they choose to create the chaos. More on that tomorrow. I urge you to set your DVRs for Memorial Day. Monday, you don't want to miss this program. We have an incredibly special show with a family who are, they're not victims and they're not survivors. I think they're thrivers. Stephanie Nielsen and her husband, Christian, were burned in a horrible, horrible plane crash. But their faith and their attitude pulled them through. It is an amazing story. They are role models not only for their 4 children, but for all of us. It is this Memorial Day. Don't miss it. Set your DVR now. From New York, good night, America.